I'm not going to run for this entire video, but I do think it'll make for a dramatic beginning because I'll stop running. Because it's time to get fit again. It's time to stop feeling sorry for myself because there's been a lot of self-pity in recent months. And I'll tell you why, because life has got out of control. I've been to see anyone, I've not spoken to anyone, but I think when you know something's wrong, you know something's wrong. When something changes, just don't feel like yourself. You feel like you're losing control. You know it. It's something I've never experienced before the last year or two, and it scares the fucking shit out of you. And what I found is what can happen when things feel like they're going wrong is that you can start to compile that misery. Like watering a plant, you can just make it grow. And the thing about this particular plant, in my opinion, in my experience, is that the more water you pour on it, the more it will grow faster and faster, bigger and bigger. Everything was becoming a problem to me. I think it came to a head for me last week when I was in the UK and my daughter was with my family, and I come from a very big family. Mum is one of 11, which means that when we were growing up, there were not only 10 aunties and uncles and my mum, their husbands, their wives, also cousins. I was surrounded by people. Christmas was this huge spectacle where people would take shifts, come into the family house. I would be at the family house all day as one of the pivotal members of the family. People would take shifts visiting each other, visiting various houses. And there were just so many people to get around, so many presents, which was nice when I was a child. But here in Thailand, now my situation, of course, I'm happily married. I've got the most beautiful daughter in the world, but we don't have anyone around. When I went to the UK for my brother's wedding, which was a beautiful day, by the way, beautiful day, it just made me realize what not only I'm missing out on, but more importantly, what my daughter is missing out on. I felt pretty shit coming back here, to be honest, as I was at the airport. Some real delays coming back, but obviously that just happens to everyone. But as we were sat there waiting to get on the airplane on the way back, I actually had a tear rolling down my face because I didn't want to leave. It's funny, when you live on the opposite side of the world, you know, you're less than 24 hours away in terms of the travel, but it's not that. Obviously, you know, realistically, it's years away because I don't know when the next time I'll see my family. I mean, we have plans to visit each other next year, but it's concrete. I can't just go and see my mum or my dad or my brother or my aunties and uncles. I can't just do that this weekend. Whereas obviously when you're living close by, you can see people whenever you want. So that really brought my situation, my mentality to a head. Thought to myself, like, I'm just going to make this worse and worse. So here's a couple of ways I was jeopardizing myself. Obviously this channel, this small, I wish this channel would grow if I poured water on it. I really do. But obviously this small channel is based on fitness. That is my passion. Also, that is my coping mechanism. And I wasn't using that coping mechanism in recent months. I was turning going to the gym into this ordeal because out here right now, since we moved back to Bangkok, I don't have a car. I certainly don't want one of those bikes. And that's fine. I don't need it day to day. I don't need a car, although we are going to buy a car imminently for our family excursions at the weekend. And that will be a whole new chapter of this channel. It's turning the gym into this ordeal in my mind, because it's like 20 minutes walk, and that's nothing. You know, when I was in Tokyo, I was doing 30 minutes on a bike, but because I was okay back then, well, not the last time I was in Tokyo, but the first time I was in Tokyo, because I was okay back then, I was like, oh, it's cardio, it's a warm-up, or it's post-cardio cycling back. This time it was becoming this ordeal, this problem. All the things that I could turn into a problem, I was turning going to the gym into an issue. I had to solve that problem quite simply because one of the benefits of living in one of these Bangkok condos is the facilities and amenities, and I'm very lucky to be in this situation. There is a gym in the building, there's a basketball court there. I wish I played basketball, but I don't. Sometimes I kick a ball, try and get it into the hoop. Inside that building there is a gym, which means that the gym is literally 1 minute from my house. Do squats, you can do bench, it's got good dumbbells, it's got quite a few machines, etc, etc. So I thought, you know what, stop complaining, stop making it an ordeal, and just use the condo gym. And I'm really enjoying it. Obviously there will and there should come a time when traveling to the gym will not be this big dramatic ordeal that I was making it out to be, you know, like, oh, I just can't be bothered, I can't be arsed with the walk. Right now it's working for me and I'm enjoying my training. I'm also staying positive about the other things around it and just trying my hardest to get things back on track. I can't remember the last time I felt fully like myself, fully 100% like myself. And there were moments when I was back in the UK, when I was around my friends, when I was around my family, that I thought, like, this is the old me. This feels like the old me. You know, I feel like you have to have a certain level of confidence to start a YouTube channel. I'm not saying it's a heroic thing to do. I'm not saying because you start a YouTube channel you deserve success or anything like that, but to start a YouTube channel, to put yourself out there, especially considering how nasty the world can be at times, I'm sure there's going to be comments underneath, I've just watched it for 5 minutes and you've not even said anything. If you want to watch, you watch. If you don't want to watch, that's fine. But you have to be prepared for those nasty comments, that backlash, if you put yourself out there. And that's because I am a confident person. Generally, I am very confident. But I've not felt confident in recent times. I've felt defeated. I've felt hopeless. And I've just felt down. So I've got to get myself back up. I've got to stop feeling sorry for myself and get myself back up, and that starts with the one thing that I've always said I can control, and that's my fitness. I've been doing cardio for the best part of the last year. I've been eating well to maintain a certain level of aesthetics, but I haven't been fit. Do you know what I mean? I've been training, but I haven't been getting fit. I haven't been getting fitter. I've been getting less fit. What my goal is right now is to get in the best shape of my life. It was recently my birthday, 37 years old. There's another trigger for some comments. Oh, you look older than 37. I thought you were 97. No, 37 years old. I'm getting the best shape of my life. These should be your prime years, your 30s, when you're strongest. Obviously, you know, it starts going downhill for some people, but I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to counterbalance that. I watched a great video by our friend Athlean X one time that said, if you're not losing muscle as you get older, you are building muscle, because naturally your body does start to lose muscle eventually. And that made perfect sense to me. Now, I don't know if I'm at that stage yet. Maybe there's gains to be had. I'm going to test myself, push myself to the limit. As ripped, dense, and as big, although I'm not going to be bulking, as big and defined as I've ever been. So watch this space, because I'm going to start uploading more videos, workout videos, diet videos, and I'm going to turn this channel, which has been a bit all over the place in recent years, into my little diary, my little naughty black book. Documents this journey back to the top. And I'm going to say it right now, I will reach the top. I really believe that one day I'll reach the top. And right now I'm around here on what I feel like is like level 2 of life. Don't get me wrong, I've got the most beautiful daughter, beautiful wife in the world. I'm very lucky in many ways. I live in Thailand, which is a dream for some. It's all right, I guess. You know, honestly speaking, it's all right. There's some good parts, some bad parts. But I want to reach level 10. That's the top level. And I want you to follow the journey. So cheers for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.